Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about why I just bought Amazon stock and should you buy it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys ask them down below. Also, guys, we did drop the price from the course from $99 to $15, so make sure you guys check that out too. Also, we are now doing a members only video, so make sure you guys check that out too for only $4. So make sure you guys check that out. So starting off, what's going on with Amazon? So if we actually look at the chart here, you guys will notice that over the past year, Amazon stock has not been doing much. We've just seen a lot of consolidation, a lot of ups and a lot of downs in this stock. You know, in any time you look at a stock like this, one thing that I always think of is opportunity cost. So pretty much what that means is if you buy into Amazon, is this the best opportunity for your money? And for me, over the past year, there was a major opportunity cost with investing in Amazon. Because if you would have invested in $100 in Amazon, right now you'd be completely even on your money compared to if you would have invested in the S&P 500 or other growth stocks that could have performed better. So for me, investing into this company, you have to go at it with a certain approach, whether it's short term or long-term, depending on what your strategy is. So for me, the very first thing I always like to do is draw out the support and resistance. So if we actually zoom in, you can see it a little clearer here. You can notice we do have some resistance up here at about 3,700. So every time that this stock hits this price, we just have and see that natural tendency to get sell-off. And that's what we've determined, right? It hit it once, hit it twice, sold off, hit it again, it sold off. And it did have that tendency to use this about the $3,200 mark as support, right? We've seen it in the past use it. So for me, this classifies it as major support. When the stock fell below it like it's done, it used that old support as new resistance, which does have a tendency to happen. But one thing is we are coming up to a very, very important price point, okay? One thing that's going to happen is it's going to start selling off and start using, that 3,200 as resistance like it's done in the past. But me personally, I think with the amount of buying pressure we've seen, we will get a breakout from this 32 probably to about $3,400 mark. Which brings a great risk and reward. So pretty much you could risk, $100 to possibly make $4, which is fantastic. Not to mention, guys, Amazon is now doing a 20-to-1 stock split. And historically, when companies do that, that is a very bullish thing for a company to do because it will get more investors involved, right? But one thing you have to realize is it does not change one thing about the company. It does not change their revenue, their market cap. It does not change anything. All it does is pretty much dilute their shares to get more people invested, to get people, that don't have $3,200 to invest. And I definitely think that it was kind of expected just because Amazon is notorious for being, a little more on the expensive side when it comes to shares. So I definitely think this will get a lot more beginner investors involved in this company, which will cause it to push up even more. Now, this is going to be happening relatively soon, I believe, in the next month or so. So I'm super excited about that. But the biggest thing is their revenue, earnings, all that stuff. And looking at their earnings, you guys can see they did decent. You can see they did good on their EPS. They missed their revenue, which is okay. I definitely think that's why we've seen so much consolidation. And for me, the strategy that I'm using for Amazon is dollar cost averaging. I'm using the volatility to my advantage. So every time we have sell-offs, I'm buying more. So once we see a pop back up to that $3,700 mark, my average cost is going to be so low that I'm going to be making a lot more money. That's a great way to look at these stocks that don't do much. But if you understand that support and resistance, you'll be okay. Not to mention, guys, you can see historically this thing has gotten a lot of buying pressure near and around this point. So I definitely think we will see this move from this about 3,200 to probably $3,500 to $3,400, which is a pretty decent risk and reward. And guys, if we look at their revenue and all that stuff here, you can see their revenue is up about 9%, which is good. That's why we've seen a lot more consolidation, is because it's not up, 21%, 20, 37, 20. We've definitely calmed down on their revenue, but that's kind of expected after coming from a lockdown period, for a couple of years where people, this is all they could buy was online. So I definitely think that was kind of expected there. But if we look at Amazon's cash on hand, they have about $96 billion in cash, and they have about $48 billion in debt, which is honestly really good. Anytime you have more cash on hand than long-term debt, that's very good. So for me, I definitely think we'll see a short-term play. And even for a long-term aspect, I definitely think Amazon carries a lot of potential, but I want to go more than 5% of my portfolio into Amazon just because of that opportunity cost. Meaning, if you invest in Amazon, you could be missing out on opportunities elsewhere in the market, especially if we just compare it to the general S&P 500. You can see that clear upward trend, a little bit of sell-off, but now we're pushing back up. So even right now, we could see a little better ROI on this. I just like to be a little more diversified with my holdings here, but still keeping it under that 5%. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.